Welcome back on the Bordas and Bordas hotline of the Ireland Contracting Nightly Sports Call. Bob Pompeani, Ron Cook. We're joined right now as we go back to the lines by Bill in Monroeville. What's up, Billy?
What's up?
How are you?
Hey, good. How are you?
All right. What's on your mind?
Good. Just was calling to thank you guys for what you do. I've grown up listening to you guys, and just want to thank everything you do for Yinzer Nation and what you bring to the sports world here in Pittsburgh. You guys are fantastic, and you know,
Thanks,
these
Bill.
guys.
Yeah, it's getting a little deep here now, Bill, but thank you. I love it. He grown up watching you, Bob. He's 40 years he's been watching you in the business. So
been a long time.
You're a very old man, an older man, that's for sure.
Thanks.
Got a little deep
that.
there though with Bill after a while, right?
All right, let's go out to John in Dormont. John, you're up. Go ahead.
Bob,
Yes, sir.
Cookmeister, how you doing?
Good, man.
Hey, I was just wondering, has there ever been a team in the tournament? Has there ever been a team that started in the first 4 games like Syracuse and played all the way in to win the tournament?
No, I don't think so.
VCU made it to the final,
but
or made it to the final
you
four.
said win it all.
Right. Yeah. I don't think they've won. Well, they'd have to win 7 games.
Right.
I don't think
Play-in
that's
game
happened.
plus.
VCU did get to the Final
Yeah, they
Four
did.
doing that.
But this would be an interesting, look at those matchups. Like, I love the Villanova and West Virginia matchup. I think it's an old Big East matchup, actually. Villanova's a really good team, Ron. Watching them in Pittsburgh makes me
Tremendous.
wonder if anyone's going to be able to beat them. But
Duke the same way. Kentucky, the way that bracket
And they-
is
yeah, that
broken
bracket
down.
is wide open
And
for them.
Gonzaga, I think, I very easily. That would, you know, who picked the Final Four? I had Kentucky, Gonzaga, Villanova, Duke. I could end up all 4 right.
I have Michigan winning it all, and they're still alive.
They're still
By
alive.
virtue of a buzzer beater on Saturday. One that
Those count.
yeah. So
How about Loyola Chicago? Couple buzzer beaters.
Yeah. You can't figure this stuff up. That's why it's called madness. Let's go to Ron in Newcastle. Ron, you're up. What's up?
Yeah, I'd like to know on Sunday nights, how come you don't talk more about the Pirates on Sunday nights?
On Sunday nights? Because
Yeah,
there's not
when
much
you
to
have that
talk
talk
about. There's
show.
not much to talk about right now. What do you want to talk about?
And quite frankly, there's not a whole lot of interest right now. The season's going to start. We'll see what they do. I'm sure we'll be talking about it a little more. But, Bob, it's hard to justify right now.
Right. I mean, what do we talk about? We talk about their lineup. You want to talk about whether or not their pitchers can, survive an entire season, and do they have a strong 1 through 5? I mean, if you want to call and talk about it, feel free to do so. But there aren't any riveting topics right now. We'll wait and see what happens when they start playing. But
1 week from Thursday. I mean, it's 10 days away.
in Detroit, line 2, Lewis in Penfield. Hey, Lewis, welcome to the Sports Call. Go ahead. Lewis, I got to hang up on you and tell you don't listen to your phone, please, because please
your
call
TV.
back. We'll try to get you, turn the TV down. Steve in Jefferson. What's up, Steve? How you doing?
Hey, guys, I'm doing well. Reason for the call, I want to ask about the Pitt job. I saw that Hurley's going to UConn
Not
now.
yet. Not yet.
Well, okay. Well, I thought maybe Kevin Willard to Pitt, and both you dressed like.
Kevin Willard's a name we've heard, and he's done a pretty good job. But at the same time, he's been to 3, I think, NCAA tournaments now. But I
Didn't
still
part
think
well with
about-
his dad here, and I like what Ralph. I had a great relationship with him. It just did not part well. They did not part well here. He had players arrested. It was the low point of the program. That was right before Ben Howland came in. I think now is an even more low part of the program.
One more call before we go to break, and that would be line 1, Rick in Bloomfield. Rick, go ahead.
Thanks, fellas, for all you do. Listen, the 2 questions. Is there any age limit in college sports? Because I've seen a couple of these athletes. They've got to be in their 30s. And if you had any other city to be a sports and do what you do, both of you couldn't pick any other city besides Pittsburgh, which city would you pick?
Go ahead, Bob. I'll let you handle that one.
Interesting question. Well, I was once, being looked at a job in Boston. I like Boston. It's a big city, has a lot of good stuff. Chicago's a good city. I love Chicago. Ron, I don't know. How about you?
I went to school at Northwestern. I got to see Chicago up close and personal. I think that would be my number 1 place, although my favorite place to visit is San Francisco. I don't know that I'd want to live out there and with that traffic, but it's just a marvelous city.
It's a tremendous city. San Jose also out there, but we like it here in Pittsburgh. That's why we're here forever.
That's why we've been here for, how about a combined 78, 87, I don't know how many years it's been. Probably 187 it seems like.
We got to go to a break. We'll be back with more right here on Pittsburgh CW.